Hey, 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 everyone. It's Beth McCain here.
That sounds like the beginning to the Fat Albert show.
There you go.
Hey, it's Beth and Lee.
Well, you know what?
What?
This program qualifies for Social Security.
Oh, does it?
Yep. It's
Are we at 65?
Show number 65.
Yeah, but if you wait till you're 70, you know.
What, you get
It'll
more dough?
give you more.
Okay. All right. How are you doing, Beth?
I'm doing really good.
By the way, let me introduce Beth McCain, and I'm Lee McCain, and together we do the Law of Attraction radio show.
We sure do.
10 minutes of pure LOA joy.
Every week.
Every week, right here.
Every week. Every Saturday morning, it should be sitting up there waiting for you.
What fun.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Actually, do you know it's Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock Pacific time is the official
but
date,
it's
but we've
always...
never, ever, it's always up by Saturday morning.
Well, actually, one time it wasn't.
Well, that's right, but that wasn't our fault. That was like the YouTube world had exploded or something. We couldn't, but anyway, yeah, it's usually there. Actually, it's usually there very late on Friday night.
It sure is.
For you early worms who want to catch a listen before, it's officially released.
That's right.
Well, what's up this week?
Well, the transcripts from the Core Bean book is done.
It's available.
It is. Why are we talking like this?
I don't know. It just seems so... Ooh. Transcripts from the Core Bean. Why don't you tell a little bit? We actually have a Core Bean question on this show.
We sure do. I know we do, don't we?
Isn't that something? Why don't you explain about the Core Bean a little bit, Beth? And of course...
Well, that's what the question is about.
All right, then we'll hold that.
Uh-huh.
And also, if any of you haven't gone to our website, if you want to see Beth actually getting in touch with her Core Being, we have a video posted on the front page of the website where you can see that. And it's quite amazing. It's a talent that Beth has had her whole life, but she's kept it very on the down low.
Yeah.
And earlier this year, we just decided we could do a lot to help folks if we would just come to terms with the fact that it's something that's a great part of her, and she would be willing to go ahead and bare her soul, so to speak. And so she has done that. And from that came the book. She has kept a very copious journal over the years.
I have, very much so.
Talk a little bit about that.
Well, just, some of the questions that I've always wanted to know about life in general, and I know that many of you had the same questions, about struggle, about just everything, anything and everything you can think of.
Because we see those questions
and
every week.
what I would do way back when is I got to a point where it was like, and this before I started practicing the law of attraction, really, I would write the questions down, and I just had a whole journal of questions at one point. And then when I was able to tap into the Core Being, then what ended up happening was those questions got answered.
And they're pretty big, insightful questions.
Yeah, and just about that time was the LOA and everything that I started, applying it, studying on it. I've studied any and every kind of belief known to man. It's just something I love. I crave it. I enjoy. And certain ones just become your truth. And so anyway, with the Core Being, the questions just were quite something that I asked, and also just the answers just were like, wow,
is incredible. It's incredible to see, and they're direct from the universe to you. So
and some are a little under heavy fire because of what the responses are, but you know what? Nevertheless,
it is what it is.
Everybody's truth has some heavy fire, doesn't it?
Yeah. So check that out and check out the book. Also, next week we have another book coming out, and that one is basically kind of a directory. It's the Universal Law of Attraction Resource.
It sure is.
Guide. And it's for those of you who are just kind of starting the Law of Attraction and want to get caught up to speed very quickly. And so we have included a lot of classic books from Law of Attraction masters all through the ages, along with a lot of contact information, life coaches, LOA experts, different things, everything LOA you'd want to know, all collected in one place. And so that we just kind of edited that, but that book is going to be coming out the following week.
It sure is.
So a lot of good book activity, and so anyway,
It is.
Getting ready for the winter reading.
We sure
by
are.
the fireplace.
Well,
So,
even, we've talked about it, but it's a few months down the road, but even the fiction book,
yeah,
is coming along with the Law of Attraction spin in that actually teaches you about the Law of Attraction and how one man learn through the law of attraction
Yeah.
of how to really live life.
That's going to come out around Christmas time.
It sure is.
So
yeah.
a lot of good stuff going on. Well,
There's a lot of plinking in our
Yeah.
house, isn't there?
yeah, on that computer or keyboard. How about a question?
Okay, I got one for you.
All right.
I'm going to give you the core being question.
All right.
All right?
Going to test me, huh?
I am. This is from Heather, and she's in Utah.
Hey, Heather.
I hear you talk about the core being. What is the core being, and what does it have to do with the law of attraction?
All right, Heather. Well, you picked a great week to write your question.
You sure did.
You're not able to create without your own core being. Basically, the core being is the inner you. It is the you that creates through your physical self. The core being is the self that directs your physical self in the life you're living. But if you're not listening to the core being and working from within, other than with your physical self or your core being, I mean, if you just kind of isolate the two, the one with the ego and the fear and the doubt will do its best to make things work. But it can't work without the core.
It can't.
That's the key.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter how good you think you are, without being able to tap to that core, you're going to be let down a lot. When you learn to apply the law of attraction from within, also meaning from the core being, you will have much better results in receiving the wants that you desire in this world, in this physical world.
You have to connect the physical and the core being and find that balance in order for the LOA just to take flight in
Absolutely.
your life.
Yeah.
Because the physical is really about your ego. It's about contrast. We compare everything. From the second we're here, we start comparing everything. And that's what we're so concentrated on, on, am I better than this? Are they better than me? Is this gray? Is it black? Is it, there's all this comparing. There's always talking going on where the core being is quiet.
Right.
Has that intuitive
And it's
voice. And it's the one that directs through the physical.
Yep. So I hope that answers it for you,
Yeah,
Heather.
I hope it does.
Did I do okay?
You did great.
Okay. This one's from Ben. He's in Texas.
Hi, Ben.
Should I be looking at my horoscope every day?
I think that is such a great question. People don't even think about that. Because, here you are creating your world and applying the law of attraction, and then there's your horoscope staring up at you in the newspaper.
Just teasing you
Yeah.
over your morning coffee.
So if you read it, does that mean it is telling you your future? And if it does, is it influencing you to create a certain way based on your horoscope? The law of attraction is not the only thing that makes the physical world go around. There is validity in birth signs and in astrology, but like in any profession, there are the ones that know the truth and the others who kind of bumble through it. The same goes for your horoscope. Some are excellent tellers and some aren't. Your birth sign is just another facet of you, and so is the horoscope you read. If it gives you information that seems to be ringing true within you and agrees with your law of attraction lifestyle, then by all means use it as another tool to help you navigate through life. But if it only makes you feel bad and apprehensive, then you don't need that tool. So you be the judge.
Sounds good.
I know. You can look at it and go, yeah, that sounds like, yeah, or what? Train wreck? No way. And throw it out the door. What do you think of that?
Wow. Well, another lightning show.
Yep.
There it went. Here we were, and there we're not.
That's
I
right.
guess you could play it again.
I guess
then it
you
would be
could.
a 20-minute show.
There you go.
Well,
There you
folks,
go.
thanks so much for joining us each week here on the Little 10-Minute Show. And if you want to hear the hour-long show, it plays every Sunday night over WARL, AM 1320 in Boston, Providence. So if you live in that area, you can tune us in on your radio. But it also streams live during the broadcast from all over the world on universal7radio.com. That's universal, the number 7, radio.com. And that's at 9 o'clock Sunday nights, Eastern Time, 9 Eastern Sunday nights, and 6 o'clock Pacific Time,
That's right.
Sunday nights.
All righty.
Well, until next week.
All right. We'll talk to you later then.
All righty.
All right. Bye.
Bye.